In today's video, we're going to show you how to create custom animation text presets for your next project. Let's go. All right, so we're going to start off by jumping into Premiere Pro, and I want to show you guys what we're going to be making here. So the custom animation presets is all about stuff that pops on the screen like you see here. Watch, pops up, and then in a little bit, it'll pop down very smoothly with some motion blur, things like that. This is going to be really cool. This is actually one of my my course videos that I'm showing you here. So I just wanted to show you guys. That's why I see how it. And some of them I do it pops up and then I'll maybe fade it out as you see here, and that works out too. But I will show you guys how to create this. So to start this, let's say we're going to to the end here. What we're going to be doing is we're going to have to create a text. So press T on your keyboard and put out a text layer that says pop up text. Now, I've already created how I want it to look. So when you create it, it's probably going to go to the top layer. I'll just drag it back down to where I need it. Let's say I want it right here to pop up right here, right? So I want it to be smooth though, right? So I want it to pop up and pop down and slide left, slide right, do all those sorts of things. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this layer. Once you have it selected where you want to put it, you come to maybe you want it to be in the middle and things like that. So I'd come to Essential Graphics, and then I'd press this button here to put it right in the middle, to frame it up in the middle. So that's good. Now what we want to do is we want to come over here to this pop-up text layer. Actually, we want to come to the effects panel and look up transform. So transform is right here under distort. I know you see it in faves, and I'll explain that in a little bit. But transform, I want to put a transform effect on that layer. Now we see it right here. Okay, so what we want to do is let's do a pop up. So what we want to do is put some keyframes right here at the beginning of our text layer, but we want to start that keyframe when it's below. So we're going to drag it all the way over here, doing this. So we don't want it to pop up. So we want to actually start it right here, go a few frames over, and then I want it to reappear right here, right? So now I have two keyframes here. Okay, so what we're going to do next is we want to make that smooth. So what I want to do here is just come down here and go to the interpolation and then come to ease in. So now they'll both be easing in. Now let's replay it and see what happens. So it pops up, but now it looks kind of robotic. It kind of looks just kind of pops up and stops, right? So we want to make it kind of come in fast and then ease out or ease in kind of slowly or slower. So I'm going to drag, just make this a little bit easier for you guys to see. So right here, comes in, pops up. I don't want that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down to this little arrow right here, and under the velocity, I want to take this edge right here, and I want to drag it all the way to the left as far as you can go. You see how I can only stop like right there? I'm going to go right here. So it's going to come in fast and then go out slow. So let's see how that looks. So that's okay. Let's just do it drastically so we can see. So it kind of comes out slow. So we can drag this a little bit inward, and so now it does that. So I can even go a little bit faster. Okay, so now, but I want some motion blur to it. I want it to look like pretty cool how it has that motion blur to where it actually looks like it's moving. So what I want to do is I want to change the shutter angle down here to 180. Change that to 180, and then come here. Then you can see that it has, see that motion blur, and you can increase as necessary. Let's just do 250. See how it's getting getting more motion blur right there. So now if you do that, now when you play it back, let's just leave it right there. When you play it back, it'll look like this. Okay, it pops up. Now you don't want to have to do that for every single text layer and every single thing, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to turn this into a preset, and I have all of my presets created here. The ones with general are all of these that I have created. So I've created slide left, down, beginning and ending, left, right, and up. So we're going to do the pop up text. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this transform and I'm going to right click all of these properties and transform values, and I'm going to right click it, save preset. It's going to come up here. I'm just going to do, you can name it whatever you want. Slide up preset test. You can keep it under scale. You don't have to do any descriptions or anything, and you press OK. So now what happens is that you have a text animation preset saved as slide. If we go here and slide up preset test is right here, right? So if I have another text that I want to put test this, that's the slide. Okay, now I have that one. See, it always does that. I don't know why it's doing that, but so I have this now, and I want to move it into position under essential graphics, align it centered, and I want to move it down. That's where I want it to start, right? So now all I have to do is come to my effects panel and come to slide up preset test and drag it on the text layer. So now when you go to here, it'll pop up like that, very smoothly and very easy to make. So now we want to make it pop down or go for a little bit and then pop down. So what we want to do here is we want to do the same thing. Let's just say we want to cut it probably right here. I'm going to cut that right here, and I have this text layer right here now. And really, you can make this without this text preset. So I'm just gonna delete that off of that. So now we just have a layer right here. So now what I want to do is I want to do it the opposite way. I want to do it down. So I'm going to get my transform preset, of course, here. I transform, apply it to the layer. Now I'm going to do position, but I want to start it here. And now I can move it towards the edge of the starting of the layer. And I want to start it here, and then I want to end it down here. So now I have two of them here. Now it's going to start here and go down there. But now it still looks robotic. So we want to do the same exact thing. I'm going to select the two. I'm going to go to ease in. Okay. Now what I want to happen is I want it to go smoothly. So I'm going to do this all the way to the left. Now you can drag the velocity down or up, but I usually keep it all the way down and all the way to the left. So it kind of looks like this. So now it is going to do, let me start it at the beginning and go down. Now you can make it faster or slower by dragging this in. Okay. Now I want it to have some motion blur, so I'm just going to put it at 200 just for the sake of it. Now it goes smoothly down. Now I want to do the same thing. Transform, right click, save preset, and I want to do slide down preset test and scale. Okay. So now I have a nice preset that goes down. That was kind of fast. So let's open it up a little bit more. Okay. So now that's what I wanted to do. Okay. Bam. So now it goes slowly. So now if I wanted to apply it to this pop-up text comes up, goes for a little bit. I'm going to cut it right before it ends, probably about right there. I'm going to press C for cut. And I'm going to have this layer, this layer right here. I'm going to go here to my effects panel, slide down preset test. I'm going to apply it to that one. Now, what's going to happen is that it's going to pop up. It should pop up. Let's see if it was done right. We may need to do it over again. Now it goes down pretty quickly, and that is because I did it on this amount of frames. This is a fairly large layer, so you might have to come to here and just drag it out some more on the layer itself. Let's see if that helps any. So that looks pretty good. I'm going to say that looks pretty good for this test. So it pops up, goes for a little bit, pops down, and that is amazing. Now you can add some audio effects underneath there, some a whoosh or like a and it goes out. That's going to look pretty cool too. So that is how you create the text animation preset, and now you can do that for anything. So let's do another one. Let's do slide down. Okay, I'm gonna go grab my layer because it always does that. I don't know why. And I'm gonna do it again. So I want to position it where I want. So I'm gonna press V, click it. I can actually move it wherever I want. I can make it smaller. I can do these things. But actually, let's do this. Instead of doing that, I'm gonna click it. I'm gonna do slide right. So now I'm going to make one to the right. Okay. So now we'll have it here. Let's say we want it to pop up here. It's not doing anything right now. I want to create a preset that is going to slide right. So I want to get my transform tool. Transform, apply to slide right. Make my toggle my animation stopwatch. Set it at the beginning. I want it to start at that keyframe, and I want to start, that is up. I want to start off of the frame. So I'm going to set it there. I'm going to go a little bit of ways, and I'm going to bring that back in where right there is good, wherever I want it, right? So I'm going to select these two, right click, ease in, make it go out a little bit more, put that shutter angle at 200, and then move this. You don't have to do it in any particular order. I just drag it. You got to make sure you select it. Drag it over so it looks kind of like that. Now what happens is this. Now we play it, we come right here, and then it's going to slide right. Slide right. Okay. Now if I wanted it to slide down, now it's slid right. Now I want to slide down or slide back right. You just create the animation the other way. And you can do that. But if I do it, if I cut it right here, let's say, and I apply the slide down preset, that's the one that we just did, and apply it to this, now it's going to go down. So now it should slide in right and then go down. Okay, so now, but see right here, since it's not going off of the frame, I want to make sure that it disappears. So let's say it wasn't something like this where it could just pop up from the and then go below and not show anymore. Now we want it to kind of disappear. So now we're going to also apply on this layer a opacity. So right now I'm going to take my stopwatch and I'm going to go to the first frame, apply toggle the animation for opacity. Now it's at 100% right here. So now when we want it to reach this one, we go over and we set another keyframe at, and when you change the value, it's going to create a keyframe for you, right? So right there, so we want to make it at 0. So now we want to make those ease in too. Okay, so now what happens is, see, it goes away. So now when you come here, it'll pop up or pop right, then pop down and go away. right? So we can also change that as well. We can make it go in a little bit more or disappear faster if you do that. Slide right and then slide down and go way faster. So now you can take these two and move them wherever you want, right? So you want them right there where that cuts, bam, and then it goes down. Cool. So that is how you create custom animation presets. But I wanted to show you guys one more thing. I have this faves folder. When I create presets and I start naming them, like I showed you guys, I have a favorites folder right here that is really cool because that's where I put all of my favorites, all of what I use. All these generals, like I told you guys at the beginning, was all of the ones that I created, right? So what I do is, or what you would do is you would create a folder, and I think it's down, yeah, I think it's down here. See, so if you create a folder here, custom bin, and you name it faves or favorites, favorite effects or whatever if you want to, now you can create that folder and move in any ones that you want. See, we created these two, so we can just slide them in, drag and drop into favorite effects. Did I do both of them? I did both of them, sorry. So take this preset and do it in there, and then we can just delete that one out of there. So it deleted both of them. So anyway, so when you create these custom animation presets, now you can put them in your favorites folder and have that folder for you to come back to every single time. So you don't have to go type it in, slide up, slide down. Come to your favorites folder like mine, and you'll have all of your favorites in there. Mine just looks a little bit bigger because I do a lot of work. All right, everyone, so that's how you create custom text animation presets in Premiere Pro. Stay tuned to this channel. Consider subscribing if you like what you saw. We have a lot more content coming out. Peace out.